Guys, it's Women Supporting Women Wednesday. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me tonight. Tonight it is just me and my lonesome. And I am going to be talking candid about a couple of things, but I want to just do some house rules. Remember, we are here every Wednesday for Women Supporting Women Wednesdays at 9:15. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you click the notification link because I am here every week. Hey, boo. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I have been working diligently on this book bag drive. As you all know, or if you don't know, for anyone that's new following me or listening to me, I have a nonprofit, building foundations, and I have been doing a book bag drive and different things for foster care kids and kids in the community since 2008. And I have teamed up with a corporation, Samet Corporation. They have assisted with the book bag drive this year, and of course, Raleigh Firebirds. They have been doing it with me for about 4 years now. So I enjoy giving back, reaching back and making sure that kids have supplies and school book bags when they go back. And so that's very important to me. So this year, we actually will be providing book bags to Wake County foster care kids, Durham County, and Franklin County. So that is a very important thing to me, and I'm very ecstatic about it. So my cars are full with supplies and book bags. My home is full with supplies and book bags, and I'm just over here like I'm days away from the book bag drive. So in the next couple of days, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Pretty much continuing to pack book bags, make sure kids have everything. Yes, 4821 Hargrove Road, Raleigh, NC 27616. Well, I don't know if the zip code right, but the address is right. Saturday at 11 o'clock from 11 to 3, we will be at Raleigh Personal Training Gym. Also RIMA, RIMA. That's the name of the facilities that the book bag drive will be in. Hopefully we can get the mayor out there. He said he might come by on Saturday, so that's a great thing. So it's going to be amazing to provide book bags and supplies and food to the community of Raleigh and Durham and Franklin County. And it's welcome to anyone. I don't care what county you're coming from. If you need book bags and supplies, know that we are there. We have a good amount of support every year. Definitely has some great support this year. Jamal Records have jumped on. They're going to be assisting as well. That's a blessing. It's a blessing to see other entrepreneurs, other businesses wanting to jump in and be a part of something for the community. And I want to touch on this briefly. A lot of times I think people think that foster care kids have like everything, and they don't. I was a foster kid. I went through the system, and that is not true. If your foster parents don't buy the things for you, you don't have them. And every foster parent doesn't have the same mindset. It's not, providing some of the things that some kids, basic things that some kids need. So it's important for me to tap back into that because I was that little girl. I was that little girl that was in foster care that yearned for her parents, that yearned for, love, support. And, I definitely think I was loved in a sense, but I didn't feel supported. And I definitely didn't get things that I per se wanted at times. And I definitely had the things I needed. Of course, the basic necessities, roof over my head, clothes on my back, food on the table. I had that. But it was other things that I needed, emotional support, physical support. And so those are things that foster care kids sometimes don't get, especially if that parent or guardian is stretched thin with multiple children or children of their own. So it's very challenging to know how that feels. And so my whole purpose with doing my nonprofit was to give back to foster care kids and children that are children of parents that are incarcerated and children that just doesn't have, the kids that are not thought about, and so that's my goal. That's my whole purpose with my nonprofit is to give back and really make sure that children have the basic necessities and things that they need to go back to school. When it comes to Christmas, the holidays, all of that. I remember going to a foster care program that they would have every year for foster kids at social services. And I talk about this, I think, briefly in my book. Shout out, by the way. But I remember them taking us, we would go once a year, and each kid from the foster care program would get 2 gifts apiece. So they would have like a fake Santa Claus there. You take pictures with Santa Claus and get 2 gifts. That's it. So if your foster parents didn't give you a gift, guess what? You had 2 gifts. That's it. And these were like, like the basic gifts, like a baby doll and, a toy truck, that type of stuff. It wasn't nothing fancy. So, I really want to make sure that these kids know that they're loved, that they are, supported. And, even though sometimes I'm not able to meet the kids, it makes every bit of a difference when I meet, social services, people that work there, and I'm able to, give them these items. It brings tears to my eyes, even now thinking about it, because I know what it feels like to be in that state car. I know what it feels like to be taken off from your parents and not have your parents and be with these strangers that don't know you and you don't know them. And then, it's time to go to school and you got to tell people when they ask you, where's your mom? I don't know. Where's your dad? I don't know. That's challenging. Every day you're reminded that you're not with your parents, and every day that you're reminded that what you don't have. And I think that, is really not talked about enough. So my goal as part of my book, part of my nonprofit, part of everything that I do is to bring awareness to kids that don't have their parents. It's very unfortunate. And I'm not saying that all foster care, parents are not, providing things. I'm not saying that, but some aren't. And the ones that aren't are really, needing that support. And so I want to really be that bridge for foster care kids and any kid for that matter that needs that support. I want to make sure that my organization is able to provide that. And so I'm teaming up with an organization to bring back my programs that I was doing in the past. And that is providing, therapy, support, skill supports when it comes to, knowing how to do interviews, knowing how to, apply for your, when it's time to go to college, apply, applications, anything that we can assist when it comes into the community. That's my goal, to bring that back in the community in the Durham and Wake County and Franklin County areas. So that's something I'm working on. I am working on updating my curriculum because it's been some years since I've done that. And just really making sure that we provide equality support. Anybody out there that know any kids that needs school supplies, book bags, please make sure you tell them about the event. It's from 11 to 3 at 4821 B. Hargrove Road in Raleigh, North Carolina. And we will be there from 11 to 3. Food will be provided, drinks will be provided, as well as book bags and supplies. We have plenty. And on Friday, I will be passing out 300 book bags to the foster care programs. And so that's happening on Friday. And then on Saturday is the actual book bag drive. But I am making sure that foster care kids in the local systems have that support. And that's what my nonprofit is all about. So please, 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 if you know anyone that needs a book bag, that needs support, please tell them they can come out from 11 to 3 to 4821 B. Hargrove Road. And it's in the REMA building. Okay, it's in a warehouse. So come in the warehouse, make sure you have a face mask. We'll have hand sanitizer and all that good stuff there too. And if you want to volunteer, make sure you inbox me, send me a DM on Building Foundations. Instagram is building.foundations on Instagram. Or you can email me at building.foundationsnc@gmail.com. And I will be sure to give you all the information you need to come and show up. I will have shirts for people that volunteer. And we really appreciate you guys' support. Okay. So next, I want to talk about these little gifts, these little pieces of things I've been getting in the mail. So I got this last week. How cute, right? So I got this and she got all types of trinkets and all types of little pieces. And it was super cute, very thoughtful. I appreciate all the things you guys are sending me. I got some vitamins and some slim drops. Sis trying to get slim. And she also made me this. It's a mirror and it's a picture of me. Super cute. So I just been getting all kinds of stuff. Just super cute little stuff. And I appreciate you guys so much. The next thing, can I get a new shirt? I don't volunteer. Yes, sis, I got you. Kristen said she wanted a new shirt. I got you. I'm making shirts in the next couple of days. That's what I'm saying. I'm like all over the place, y'all. I just got picked up for a reality show. I am like everywhere, okay? Literally. So I'm trying to like say name or where it came from. She didn't send me her company name. Oh yes, she did. Dang, what is the name of it? Little Miss something. I don't think she put it in here. I'm gonna have to tag it on the I'll put it in the comments because I can't remember the name. It's Little Miss something, but I'll tag it in the comments. She didn't put it on anything, so I don't have anything to per se give you guys her information. But she made it very personal. It's personalized, super cute. And I just been getting a bunch of stuff. I got some hair growth stuff and some stuff for my eyebrows. I just been sending me all kinds of stuff. So I appreciate the love and support, guys. But the it's okay, you laugh out loud, just take it in the comments. Right. Hey baby. So I will be on a reality show. Well, we will be taping part of a reality show in the next couple of weeks. So I'll give you guys more information about that. My hair is everywhere for some reason. It's okay. And so the other thing is my I have a what is the word? I have a episode coming out on NBC this month. And it's all about my life and, like pretty much leading up to the book, leading up to, what made me write the book, what, gave me the courage to do it and what my purpose of writing the book was. So it's like a whole, I'm gonna have a whole episode about the book and about my life. And we taped it some months ago, and so it airs this month. So I'll be sure to give you guys the information for that as well. I'll definitely be posting it on my page on here on YouTube. And of course, I'll be posting it on social media as well. I also have another episode coming out with Anthony Trucks on YouTube this month. So I'll definitely make sure I keep you guys updated on that. So it's been a pretty interesting month to say the least, but I'm very grateful and blessed for all the relationships and partnerships that have been coming, to me, and that it's been amazing. And I'm beyond grateful. Last week I was in Richmond on Mike with ESPN. That was amazing in Richmond, Virginia. That was really dope. If you get an opportunity, go follow him and check out the interview I did with him. I did 2 interviews with him. And I also was on a gospel channel last week. So that was really dope. So it's amazing to just, be able to tell my truth, tell my story. I have my moments where I don't, like I'm just like struggling with trying to make sure that I'm transparent, but a part of me still wants to be private. So I have to battle with that. Right. Lyric all in the comments. But I have to just have grace. Last week I had the opportunity to go to see Kanye in Atlanta at the Donda listening party. That was really dope. I would definitely say, make sure you go get that album. Okay. The album was dope. I already have the album. I got the album early. Shout out to my connects. But and of course I heard the album when I was at the listening party. So it was really, really dope. A great experience. Shout out to Zarina. Appreciate you, boo. And so I would definitely say, girl, I ain't even get no shirt. You should have seen them lines. And it's controversy now around the shirt. They said that he stole somebody's idea. I'm like, I can't. So listen, I'm gonna have to go on eBay and find me one of the shirts from the first session, because the first session shirts, the tan shirts with the mama picture, that was dope. Then the second one was the black shirts with just the logo. That's the one that they said he stole, but that's just a controversy. Now I'm not here to look. I'm not the judge or no jury, so hey. But that was dope. So great experience. And I definitely would say I enjoyed it. So the other piece I wanted to talk about tonight, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, was about men paying for tabs. Okay, and please comment. So I was having a conversation with a couple of friends, guys and girls, different times and all of that. And the conversation was about if men should be paying for meals all the time when you go out on a date, whether the guy asked or not. So one of my friends was just like, if a guy asks, he should be paying for the meal, right? And so another friend said, well, a female should be paying for the food at some point, like, after 3 dates, she should be paying for the food. And I'm like, how does she know that? Or how do a female know that they're supposed to be paying for food? Okay. And do you think that you're supposed to be paying for food? Because I just don't think she's supposed to be paying for no food. Okay. Whether you get in, whether we, together, whatever. I think that if you have a relationship, you're trying to get to know this person, you're trying to date her, court her, then you should be paying for the meal. I think you should be picking up the tab. Now, if say I'm coming over your house and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to stop and grab me a salad. You want something? That ain't no issue, right? But if, say for instance, I would say, even if you, well, this is the question. So if you are saying, yeah, I'll grab you something, do you expect for the guy to send you a Zelle or a Cash App, or are you cool with paying for that? Please comment and let me know what y'all think. And I'm gonna touch on whatever y'all say. So the other piece is, if the man, do you feel like when it comes to the household that the man should be paying most of the bills? If y'all in a relationship, I don't see the issue if y'all are treating each other. So you think it should be 50-50? So you think you should pay for sometimes and he should pay sometimes? Or you think he should be paying for the meals and you can pay sometimes? Let me know. I want to hear this, because listen, I done had some debates with some men folk about this, and I want to know what y'all think, because it's been crazy. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. And so, so then the other conversation was, if you live together, should the man pay 50? Should it be 50-50, or should the man pay most of the bills and then the female pay maybe like the utilities? And if that's the case, do you pay sometimes? Maybe birthdays and stuff like that. That's not an issue. Holidays, that's cool. But shut up to me. But I don't per se feel like that the woman should be paying for per se meals. I don't got no issue. And listen, I done been there, done that. Don't even get me started on the whole taking care of a man situation, because I done that. Okay. No, not 50-50. But if I'm like, let's go out to eat, I don't see the issue in treating. Yeah. So you saying if you ask the man out, or you saying not ask the man out, if you saying basically let's go eat, and you're saying it, you're fine with paying it. But if he asks you to go out, you expect for him to pay for it. Is that right, Kristen? Y'all, please, I want to hear this, because this is a ongoing debate. Okay. So if the man is paying, if you are living together, right, and the man is paying, let's say he paid a mortgage, right, or he paid up for the rent, and you pay the utilities, do you think that's cool? He said, what's first date location? Okay. So first date. Okay. Yeah. Let me drop some nuggets on this first date situation, because we had a debate about this the other day. Okay. So I've been on some dates, right? So one day I was taken to a bar, right? And I felt some type of way about that. Okay. For the first date, because I'm like, did you do your homework? Like, did you research and see the caliber? And I'm not doing no shade. I'm not trying to be funny, but the caliber of woman that you're taking out, right? You should check the temperature. You should do a little bit of research, check social media, see what she likes, something. Ask a friend, whatever, however you know about it, whatever you do know about this person. Or just, pick something that's a neutral spot, like Firebirds. I'm speaking local Raleigh, Durham area, okay? or, like just something. It don't got to be nothing per se fancy, but damn, like the bar, I'm good, bro. My kids go to Ruth's Chris. Okay, why is it an issue for you to spend $100 on a meal? That's all I'm just saying. What you say? I mean, maybe I don't see why females put that stipulation out there, but if we just meet, nah. But if we long term, why not? Right. I agree. If we're long term, why not? I don't have an issue with paying for anything. Now, I don't want it to be consistent. Okay. But I have no issue with, sometimes I pick up the tab. Cool. But how do you know that? How do you know like when to pick up the tab? Okay. Back to this whole location, this first date location thing, right? So I've been on a date and I've been taken to the hibachi restaurant. That was cool. I like hibachi. He asked me, what do I like to eat? He asked me, he knew, matter of fact, he was listening and he said, I know you like Thai. So these are some locations that we can go to. And I was like, well, any of the locations is fine. He was like, can you please pick one? So I picked one. No problem. He comes to the date. We eat. We have great conversation. When we go outside to the car, he brings me flowers. Cool. Love it. Great. I love flowers. I'm old school. You got to court me. You got to, do a little work. Just a little bit, not too much, but do a little something. I was great. I was happy. I was impressed. I thought it was great. Okay. But most of the time, guys nowadays ain't really doing that. They're not really doing, the whole courting and, let me bring you flowers and all this other stuff. They think they supposed to just feed you and you supposed to be in the bedroom. Nah, that's not the case. Okay. So you gotta, my pastor used to say something, but it's so true. No romance. What he say? No romance without. He said something about basically you need to be romantic. And that's how you get to that point. Right. And I agree, and I think you do have to court and, put forth effort. Now I know if it's a thought, you're not doing it, but we're not talking about that. We talk about, a good, wholesome woman. I'm gonna say I can't even give you an age bracket because it's dots in all age brackets. But I would definitely say for me, when it's the first date, I think it's very important for you to make a good impression. And vice versa. I'm gonna have my makeup done. I'm gonna look nice. I'm gonna have on some heels. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to walk up to no bar in no damn loops. I'm just saying. So, they'll have a problem with it. So I was having a conversation with one of my friends and we were talking about it. And I'm like, I feel some type of way. If you was gonna take me to a bar, then I should have had on some damn flip-flops and some jeans and a t-shirt. I shouldn't have got all cute for you because what's the point? I'm at a bar. And then so one of the conversations was, what about, basketball games or football games and all that stuff? I don't have a problem with that on the first date. I think it's super cute, actually. You like, look, we're gonna go to a Charlotte Hornets game for the first date. Cool. I think that's dope. Let's go. Okay. I don't have an issue with that. I'm very open-minded, very adventurous. I think that's very, very, I think it's outside the box as well. Another option is like a picnic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to have make six figures or none of this stuff. I'm just saying think outside the box. Are we thinking about who we trying to take on a date? Or are we just thinking about getting to one thing? That's not what I'm looking for. That ain't even an option for me. Okay. Because you can find, you can find that anywhere. You can find that on the corner. The man on the side of the street give you that. So what are you bringing to the table? And I think that's vice versa. Both people need to be bringing something to the table. One of the things that one of the guys said was, why is it that when you go on a date, they're ordering things that they wouldn't normally order? Right. So I get that. But, at the same time, maybe they ain't who you need to be dating. Because if we go to Ruth's Chris and you take me to Ruth's Chris and I order stuffed chicken breast, mashed potatoes, you know what I'm saying? Little Caesar salad. That's what I always get. I ain't got no issue with it. I pay for that on my own. So when I go out with you, that's the same thing I'm ordering. I'm not ordering nothing fancy. I'm ordering the same thing I normally order. So I get if, you going out on a date with a female and she ordering all this extra stuff, lobster, whatever, filet mignon. And you like, good and damn well you won't be ordering that stuff when you by yourself. That's different. But sis, I can pay for myself. Okay. So I expect for you to come bring it, come to the table, make sure that, you know what you're getting. So taking you to a game and not a bar is better. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you think, okay, the difference between the bar and a game is I know what to expect going to a game. I know that I need to wear some tennis shoes. I still need to be cute, but I know I can be a little lax, right? And this is a new experience for me, right? So I can go, I can see how you interact with people, how you act in public, all of that. But when you at a bar, I mean, it's just a bar. Like, what's special about it? Like, if we already been dating, the bar is cool. I'm talking about first impression, first dates, first couple dates. Okay. I've been on a date with someone that had the same damn clothes on from a couple days ago. I'm like, those are red flags for me. Like, do you not have any clothes? Or like what's going on here? Right. So I'm real observant of everything. So if you taking me out on a date, you better be on your A game, because I'm watching and looking at everything. I'm noticing everything. And it's not because of you, it's just me in general, right? So I do think you should definitely, first impression is always last impression. You want to make a impression, right? I think people are dating without intention. I think people are just dating, going on dates just because. Not me. I'm intentional. If I go on a date with you, I might like you. I think you might look nice. I might think you have your shit together. But as soon as I know that you don't, and as soon as you show me something else, I'm good. Okay? You might get ghosts. I might go ghost. I'm sorry. Or I might tell you. I don't know. It depends on the situation. Depends on who you are. All of that. But I'm not interested in it. For what? I can take myself to eat. I can do all the things that, come with a relationship for myself. So for me, if we're in the same space, we sharing time, energy, all of that, we both need to be bringing something to the table. Let's talk about these relationships and wanting benefits in no relationship. Okay. So what do you guys think when it comes to questions? Should a guy be able to question you if you're not in a relationship with them? Who you talk to, who you date, if you're on an app or not, who you go eat with, whether it's business, it might not be per se intimate or a romantic situation. You could be going to dinner for business. You could be going to dinner for your job, whatever, right? But if it's the opposite sex, should they be saying anything to you about it? Please comment and let me know y'all thoughts on it, because we done had a whole last 2 weeks I had a whole daggone discussion about this, because people be feeling like they can question you even if you're not in a relationship with them. And is that cool or not? I want to hear y'all comments, because I don't think anybody should be asking anybody anything if you're not in a relationship, personally. Okay. And she said getting to know that person should be special, not the location. I agree, but I just feel like you should, like, why just a little bit of romance. You know what I'm saying? Can you be romantic just a little bit? I mean, damn, I lack romance for a minute. So I expect, I need some romance. I need you to, like, baby, can you pull up at, I don't know, meet me here at 5:00. Just something simple. I'm not saying it has to be extravagant, but something, just a little something. But back to this, dang, I lost my whole train of thought. Back to this whole thing about the questions. Should anyone be questioning anything if you are not in a relationship? And you make it clear that you're not in a relationship. We're not in a relationship. We're just friends. But you might, I don't know, you might go out with your homegirls. I don't know. They asking you who you with, what time you coming home, or what time you getting home, type stuff. Everyone has an option to ask whatever they want, but either you can be truthful or not. Maybe they asking questions because they want more, but they don't want more. How do you want more if you say you don't want more, but you act like you want more? That's crazy. That's crazy to me. So, like, if you are very clear about, we're friends, we're not in a relationship, I'm not interested in a relationship, but we kick it sometimes, and might rumble in the sheets sometimes, and that's about it. Should they be questioning you? I don't think they should, personally. I don't think nobody should be questioning anything. You can ask me simple shit. You can ask me What's on your agenda today? What's your schedule look like this week? When can you fit me in? That type of stuff is cool. I'm talking about questions like, who you going to eat with? What time you coming back? Just like real, like boyfriend, girl, like, like mate questions. Like, if you in a relationship, your man be like, baby, what time you get home? You be like, all right, cool, I'll be home around 9:30, whatever. But if you ain't in a relationship, I don't feel like nobody should be asking anybody about none of that. We're not in a relationship. Okay. So I think, like, we're in a different space with this dating thing right now. And, I think I would definitely say that some of the new things when it comes to society has really like crippled men. And so they don't feel like they have to do anything. They don't feel like they have to even have come approach you, because women are approaching men now, right? Women are getting down on bending knee proposing. So here we are in 2021 where, you have females, asking men to marry them, and that's cool. And I don't, do what you do, but I ain't doing it. And, they don't think that they have to pay for tabs. They don't think that they have to pay for food. They don't think that they have to bring flowers, court you, nothing. They just think you're supposed to just, I don't know, court them. They, it's like they are the prize. And I do think, both people are prizes. Let me be clear. But I thought the female was the, what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? In the Bible, it does say when a man findeth a wife, he findeth for good things. So I'm just saying, so I think it's important to find an equal, right? Somebody that matches your energy, matches what you bring to the table, and then y'all can grow together as a couple. But when you got somebody, like on a completely different path than you, I think it's challenging for that person to meet some of those expectations if they don't come to the table with some of the same stuff. Now, if you say, for instance, you cook, or you might, do different stuff, and you work, you might pay half the bills, that type of stuff, whatever, then that's cool. But I just think that it should be a lot of these conversations should be had in the beginning. Expectations, what a person wants, don't want, all those things should be discussed when you first get to know on the first date, like first couple of dates. You should be talking about if you want kids or not. You should be talking about finances, all of that good stuff, if this is somebody you're interested in, because their credit might be shot, but they might, have a good head on their shoulder, great, potential. I don't know. But I think it's a lot to talk about and a lot to discuss when it comes to dating and what you want in a relationship, right? And I also think it's important not to waste nobody's time. So if you're spending time together, you're on the phone, for one, another thing I want to also say is sometimes you got people in your life that just want to take up your time. They don't want nothing. They just want to take up your time. They don't really want a future with you, and they want to take up your time. I ain't with that. We ain't about to be kikiing on the phone doing all this other stuff, and all that's all you want to do is do that. I'm good. I can talk on the phone to my child. I can talk on the phone to my friends. I don't need anyone to talk on the phone to. So to me, it has to be of some substance. It has to make sense. And I think a lot of this dating stuff is games, and I ain't with it. And so I typically don't be going on dates like that, because it's like, what's the point? Like, I just take myself out. Like, my girlfriend sent me a message a couple weeks ago. I was at Ruth's Chris and I was just sitting there eating, and I put up a picture of like the drink, and she was like, your ass stay on a date. And I was like, I'm on a date by myself, sis. I was by myself. I wasn't even on a date. I was on a date with myself. Okay. And so, I just find that, I'm trying to be very intentional with dating, right? I want to be intentional with who I have in my presence, and who circle I'm in, and who I'm talking to, who I'm sharing information with. All of that stuff is important, right? Because the people we talk to every day, what we pour back into ourselves and everything, is make us who we are. If you constantly got somebody pouring negative things into you, then guess what? If you constantly got somebody pulling and tugging from you, guess what? That is going to affect you as a person. So I don't see I don't see any point in like meaningless conversations in relationships. It has to mean something. It has to be going somewhere. It has to be something. Like, what the hell are we doing? I'm not like just talking on the phone to you just to be talking. That's not where it's at. If we handling business, we handling business. If we dating, we dating. Like, but it needs to be of something. It needs to be progressing. It shouldn't be just like at a standstill or boring or whatever. Like, I'm not interested. That's not, I'm a ghost you straight up. So, be intentional, guys. Be intentional with dating. Be intentional with be intentional with purpose, right? If you want to date, then date with intentions. If you want to be on a app, then be intentional about being on the app. But I think, we're in a different space with COVID, that dating and everything is just like really weird. So I want y'all to hit me with these comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what y'all doing out here on first dates, because maybe I'm wrong. But I do think that, thinking outside the box is important. And I also think that a female can think outside the box as well. I'm not saying that the man has to come up with all the stuff. I'm not saying he got to pay for everything. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying I believe in reciprocity. I believe in give and take, right? So you got me, I got you. That's what I believe in. And so what comes with that is, is both people giving and taking. But a lot of times you got 80-20, right? You give 80, you get 20. I ain't with that. I've been there, done that. Okay. Got the t-shirt, got the book, all of that. I need a partnership. You give, I give. That's very important. If your cup is empty, who pouring back into that cup? No one. So that's very, very important. So, be intentional in your relationships, friendships, all of that, because it can definitely make or break your situation. Why is it so hard for professional people with their stuff together to date? What? I'm going to read that again. Why is it so hard for professional people with their stuff together to date? I think a lot of it is sometimes, like you like, it's like you what is the word I'm looking for? Like you are constantly like a magnet to the things that you don't like, the things you like but you don't need, if that makes sense, right? Like, it's like you got dummy written across your damn forehead. Like, do I look like a dummy? And that's what sometimes some of the situations are. And I think a lot of times we go with comfort. We go with we settle because we are tired of doing this right here. And so we dim down our expectations and we dim down what we want. And because we haven't been getting what we want, we settle. And that's not true happiness, right? True happiness is when you are happy with the person that you're with, you're content, and you can do a pros and a con list, and that damn pro list is better than that con list. That's when you know that you got the right, at least a helpmate, right? And so I think with professional people, especially, and when you're in a different tax bracket, a lot of times, people are intimidated. And, you have the ones that don't know they don't got nothing, ain't got nothing going on, and they are the main ones that want to holler at you. And I be looking at people like they're crazy. Like, good damn well you shouldn't be DMing me. Why you DMing me? You ain't listen. And I'm not trying to be like that, but why do you have to put regulations on things if y'all dating, then y'all date? I'm not putting regulations on it, but like, I don't see the purpose of dating someone that is just getting like into the workforce. Or and when I say that, I'm saying like we on two different playing fields. I've been in the workforce since I was 14. Like, I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years. What is it that, like, I'm gonna be helping you? Like, so I'm not with that. It needs to be like, you got you might have something totally different than me. You might got, real estate property here or there, or something like that, whatever. And then I got stuff, and then we can come together. We both got stuff. We both got something to lose. We both bring something to the table. But most of the time, it's the complete opposite. Joe Blow ain't got no job, ain't got nothing going on, and you over here, you got your shit together, and then y'all come together, and it's like, and then you mad, and you want to know why he's sitting on the couch and ain't doing nothing. That's where you found him at, sis. That's what he was doing. I don't think it's hard for professional people to date, but sometimes people put certain stipulations in place on individuals, and that's on a turn off. Ain't nobody researching you. You better research me. I think it's you ain't dating, Kristen. It is hard dating in this space, especially being a professional, especially being an entrepreneur. You know, especially when you got your stuff together, you know, you got your own spot, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got stuff going on, whatever. Like, I think it is challenging. And I think that you have to be patient. I think you have to be patient, and you really have to be intentional with what you want. And I think that that's one of the reasons why, you know, like, I'm single, because I'm not settling. I settled in the past. I've accepted shit in the past that I should not have. And it's because I got tired of, you know, waiting, or I wasn't getting what I wanted at the time. And so I settled with whatever, I ain't gonna say with whatever, but I settled with what was in front of me because it felt comfortable. I knew the person, you know, we had history, all that good stuff. But just because you knew someone don't mean you know someone. And I think that's very important too. You know, sometimes we get caught up in, oh, this person introduced me to him. Oh, and you let your guard down and it's all da, da, da. No, you need to have your guard up, whether somebody introduced him or not. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really have to be intentional with dating for a purpose, not just dating just to get a free meal or just to go to the movies or go to a game. You should be dating because you really are interested in this person. You really want to build or grow with this person potentially. And part of that is one of the reasons why I've been married and stuff, is because I tried to, I always looked at my relationships as future, like, potential, right? And so I always wanted to just, you know, be settle down, chill, you know, be in a house, relax, whatever. But that's not the way the cards are dealt, right? And so you got to roll with what's in front of you. And so I'm having to be comfortable in a dating space, even though I don't per se want to be dating, right? So, but in order for me to, or for the person to find me, they just have came across your page and say a few photos. I know they can look at some photos, but they still, if you interested in dating someone, you should still want to know a little bit about that person. Especially, like, for instance, in my space, like, some of my stuff is like out there for the world to see. I have a book. I have, you know, some information out there for some people, right? So if you say you want to take me out on a date, then why the hell you ain't went and looked and seen some of the places I go or some of the things I do? I think that's important. I'm not saying that everybody has a social media page. Everybody has, you know, all this information out there. But if they do, then do a little research to try to find out what's up with this person, what they into. Like, one time I've had somebody ask me, they were like, you know, get up. Can you get up or whatever? And we're gonna go walk the trail. I thought that was dope. That's cute. Let's go. That's cute, right? So I'm not saying it has to be materialistic. I'm not saying you have to spend a certain amount of money to go on a date. I'm just saying, think outside the box. Like, can you, you know, like, put a foot forward to show that you're interested, right? So that's very important. Okay, y'all, please give me some tips. Give me some comment below. Let me know what you think. And, you know, like I said, everything that I'm saying, you know, it's not golden, but I don't think my daggone kids came here. Everything I say is not golden, but I think it's important for us to be intentional in dating and making sure that what you really in grad school. I remember one of my professors telling me to write out a want, a hell no, and a maybe, right? And the wants list with everything that I wanted in a relationship, in a man. And the hell no's were like no brainers. Like, this is a no-go. If he's, for instance, say he smoked cocaine, that's not an option. Okay. So your hell no's are things that you are not compromising on at all. But your maybes are things that might not be that big of a deal. He might be short. He might be tall. He might be bald. He might have dreads. Those might be maybes, right? He might smoke cigarettes. I don't like them, but he might smoke them, right? So those are maybes. But hell no's are like, you know, a man with more than 3 kids, or they ain't got no job, ain't got no car, ain't got no place, you know, whatever it is. But I think we got to be intentional with those lists, because when we are not intentional with those lists, we accept mess and we accept things that we know that we don't want. So we constantly are looking back at this list and looking at our expectations and what we expect in a mate, in a relationship and a date and dating. Then I think you alleviate some of those headaches, because you know what a person brings to the table when you know what it is. We ignore the red flags because we all engulfed in a relationship, but you know what the hell is going on. Well, if you're going on the first date and you need to send out a memo with specifics so you won't be disappointed, then everybody is not a mind reader, boo. I know I'm not expecting for nobody to be a mind reader, for sure. But if we've been having conversations on the phone and we've been talking, however we've been communicating, you should know some things by now, because I do talk, right? And if I think you're cool, then I'll, like, most of the time I'll loosen up and I'll talk to you, and I'll, like, if you ask me certain things, and you could just be randomly asking me. I'm not saying that you got to be like, okay, so what's your favorite color? What animal you like? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, like, if you're intentional, then these are the questions you're going to ask anyway. You're going to say, what type of food do you like? Where do you like to go eat? Where's the last place you traveled? What do you like to do in your spare time? I know you work all the time, but what do you do, for free time? Maybe they choose to spend their money on other things. Yeah, well, I don't know how that's going to work. I ain't saying you got to spend money on me. And that's definitely not what I'm saying. But you can at least buy a $50 meal. I don't get it. So, like, I've definitely have had, like, debates with people when it comes to of the opposite sex, when it comes to like, women paying for food. Like, I just don't think that's cool. Like, I think it's cool if you're in a relationship and you pick up the tab sometimes. But as far as going on a date, I don't know. So I had one guy tell me that after the third date, if she ain't paying, she broke. He ain't interested. And I had someone else tell me one out of 10 times on a date, she should maybe pull out her card. Okay. But how the hell do you know, though? How do you know that the man expects for you to do that? If you are going to their house or something like that and you're bringing food over, okay, that should count, right? But I just don't feel like, per se, and I honestly can't tell you any date I've been on a date and a man has expected me to pay for my food. I haven't. Shit. I mean, listen, I had a debate with, I'm gonna leave that be. But I have definitely, like, I've been with guys, they had no issue. If I wanted something, they bought it. And I've been with guys and I wanted something they didn't, and I bought it for myself. So, whatever floats your boat. But I think that, when we talking about kings and we talking about, a woman being submissive and, really, like, submitting to a man, then it's things that come with it. And I think it's things that come with that title, right? And so if you really not trying to step up to the plate and do certain things, then it's like, don't ask for that. Don't ask for that. Don't think a woman is going to be submissive and all these other things if you're not trying to, like, be the provider and the king of the relationship. I think it's certain things that come with that. But like I said, I don't have an issue. I buy gifts. I buy nice gifts. Okay. I treat men the same way I want to be treated. I give gifts and holidays, even Valentine's Day, stuff like that. They say it's a woman's holiday. I do all of that. I've done all of that. But guess what? I'll be damned if I'm gonna do it moving forward if it ain't being reciprocated. I ain't doing it. I've been there, done that. And I think that's what is frustrating when you are doing those things and you are, showing the person showing and telling, per se, what you want, then it should be reciprocated. And sometimes it's not. And I think that's the issue. So I think these are conversations that have to be had for real in the beginning. Like, these are things that need to be laid out, So look, y'all comment and let me know. Look, we're gonna follow up on this on IG at some point, maybe in the next couple of days, because this is a real good juicy conversation, because I've had this conversation with a couple homegirls and a couple homeboys. So I think this is very, very interesting, and I'm open to, like, really hearing and having a candid conversation about it, because I am in a dating space and I ain't trying to pay for no damn meals on no first dates though. So you try to take me on a date, be prepared to pay. All right, y'all. I believe y'all be. Until next week. Next week we will be back here Wednesday for Women Supporting Women Wednesdays at 9:15. And be sure to click the subscribe button so you can know what's going on, and the notification button. I'll see you guys next week. Good night.